her son Solomon may miss out on being king and that her own life may be in danger, Bathsheba, after being prodded by Nathan, goes to the elderly King David to inquire about what's going on. Hi, I'm Ken Godevanis, and this is Digging for Scriptural Gems. Thank you for joining us today as we continue our Digging Deeper Bible study of 1 Kings. Today we're looking at chapter 1, verses 15 to 21. According to our text, Bathsheba goes to David right in his bedroom, where apparently the young virgin, Abishag, engaged to keep the old king warm, was ministering to him. Bathsheba bows and prostrates herself, and David says, "What do you wish?" Bathsheba reminds him of his oath to her that her son Solomon would be king after him and sit on his throne. And yet now, Adonijah is king, even though you don't know about it, David. Bathsheba tells David of what Adonijah has done, his sacrifices, his parties, who he invited, and the fact that Solomon was not invited. And then she reminds David that all of Israel is looking to him to determine who indeed will sit on the throne after him. If he does not act, once he dies, Solomon and her would become offenders, or as the NAT has it, state criminals. And who knows what Adonijah would do to them, for they were going to be guilty of treason and considered as traitors. That's pretty heavy stuff to lay on David. We'll stop there and dig a little further. Robert Jameson tells us that when the kings died without declaring their will, then their oldest son succeeded. But frequently they designated long before their death which of their sons should inherit the throne. The kings of Persia, as well as of other Eastern countries, have exercised the same right in modern and even recent times. The belief that Bathsheba and Solomon, and perhaps Nathan, would be slain was indeed according to the barbarous usage of the East towards all those who are rivals to the person on the throne. This was indeed a real fear. Now, finding Abishag ministering to David, Bathsheba took no displeasure either at him or her for it. It was acceptable behavior in those days, as we mentioned in an earlier study. In fact, Bathsheba bows down and shows David reverence in token of her respect to him both as her prince and as her husband. Furthermore, she exhibits signs of being a genuine daughter of Sarah, who obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord as well. Finally, Matthew Henry says, we note with reference to the eyes of all Israel are upon thee statement. This was not true only as a king, for we cannot suppose it the prerogative of any prince to bequeath his subjects by will as if they were his goods and chattels, to whom he pleases, but as a prophet. All Israel knew that David was not only himself the anointed of the God of Jacob, but that the Spirit of the Lord spoke by him. You can check that out back in 2 Samuel chapter 23, verses 1 and 2. And therefore, waiting for and depending upon a divine designation in a matter of such importance, David's word would be an oracle and a law to them. This, therefore, says Bathsheba, they expect, and it will end the controversy and effectually quash all of Adonijah's pretensions. A divine sentence is in the lips of the king. One wonders what is going through David's mind right at this point, hearing all of this. Did he really promise Bathsheba that Solomon would be king after him? Did he have the energy to fight or stop Adonijah? What would he do? We're going to find out next time as we see what David, who, as I mentioned earlier, just happens to be outside David's bedroom, has to say. Join us for that. In the meantime, I encourage you to keep on studying the Word of God. Like our video. If you haven't already done so, join the dozens of others who have subscribed to our YouTube channel, Digging for Scriptural Gems. And then write to us with your comments, your questions, your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Take care, and God bless.